Central Road, the Akatsi Aflao Road, which was also financed with the renovation at the Aflao border. Of course, the Pokuase Road today, the Shiman Kitampo Road, but also the Akasi Jojenwepe Road, and of course, many years back, the Tetekwashi Mountain Road, which journalized the road to Pokuase on the Apri Mountains and Samapa Pass Road. So indeed, with this masterpiece today, we are continuing to support infrastructure development in Accra. Going forward, we would like to reiterate our commitment and the availability of the African Development Bank Group, your bank, in supporting the efforts of the government and people of the Republic of Ghana in addressing the country's development aspiration, as articulated in Ghana COVID-19, alleviation and revitalization of enterprise support, Ghana Cares, Ghana Beyond Aid, as well as in line with the Bank Development Framework. We will continue to stand by you. I will end by congratulating and thanking all those who work tirelessly to make sure that this interchange is completed for this commissioning today. Your Excellency, I know that you are a girl's dad, and I am myself the mother of 3 young ladies, and I would like to highlight that on the bank side, we had a formidable team of 3 ladies, which for the past 10 years have been responsible for the bank investment in the road sector. And I think that as we encourage young girls to embrace careers in STEM, I think that it is worthy to mention, and I would like, with your permission, to mention Lydia Woman, Mamtutwana Senghor, and Lydia Anyoman Hashem, who have overseen the bank's portfolio. These are ladies, transport engineers, and I dare to say that maybe that will explain why some of these projects are completed on time and within budget. With this, Mr. President, thank you once again. Congratulations, Ayeku.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Excellency, please me to introduce to you the Honorable Minister for Finance, Ken Iforiata, also here with us. Here with us are some Deputy Ministers of the Roads and Highways, some MNDCs, and also the Chairman of the Hajj Board, Sheikh I.C. Quay. Your Excellency, I witnessed the closing of the final cantilever for the 4th year. I saw his joy when the project was almost near completion. I call him the roadsman with zest, faith, and vigor. I'd like to introduce to you your Minister for Roads and Highways, Honorable Amahu Ata. Thank you for this Ladies and gentlemen, I am personally very humble to get this unique opportunity to stand before you to make few requests. Later on, and from now, make some relevant remarks at the commissioning of this 4th-year Pokuase interchange and this associated local road district money. This is obviously a significant highlight in the Pokuase's exceptional administration
operation and management of this country, as far as the road sector is concerned. The construction of this interchange became necessary to eliminate a major bottleneck on the Amochi, Pokuase, Township, Total Road. Also referred to as A115 as per the Department of Urban Growth and the Pokuase Highway. They also referred to as N6 as per the Nana Addo Authority Road Nana. The President, it is very important to put on record that the original contract for this interchange was agreed to. However, after critical value engineering exercise, there is some cost savings undertaken by the contractor, the consultant, and the Department of Urban Roads, the government as the employer, under the leadership of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, and welcome the revision to raise this original three-tier interchange into the fourth tier, as is being witnessed today. And this was accepted by government on 26 July 2019, and it was without any additional cost. Moving from the three-tier to four-tier interchange was without any additional cost to the government of this country. And this can only happen under the visionary leader, under the progressive government, and Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Ladies and gentlemen, the components of this interchange are as follows. One, the first tier deals with the Accra-Kumasi Road. This has been constructed to the 2x2 dual carriageway with provision made for future fast rapid transport lanes in the vicinity of the interchange, including a 2-lane service road on either side of the road. In some sections, the road cross section is up to 10 lanes. 2. The second tier ramps are for the left-turn movement from Kumasi to Abuja and Accra to Awoshi. This level also allows for right-turn movement from Kumasi towards Awoshi and from Accra towards Abuja. 3. The third tier ramp is for the left-turn movement from Awoshi to Kumasi and Abuja to Accra. It also allows for right-turn movements from Awoshi to Accra and from Abuja to Kumasi. 4. The fourth tier is for the direct movement between Abuja and Awoshi. We have also provided for safe crossing pedestrians on the Sawon Road, one under the interchange and the other at the railway station at Pokuase. The authority, the President, ladies and gentlemen, a total of about 2.5 kilometers of bridges carrying cross section has been constructed for this interchange. During the construction, a total of 427 parts were sunk, translating to almost 8 kilometers, which was up to 8,000 meters length for the foundation works. Provision has also been made for pedestrian walkways and bus stops, 2 have been provided for pedestrians to cross the main and crossing road in the vicinity of this interchange. Vertical crossings have been provided on the Ayawaso and Amamo sections of the Abochi Pokuase road. Ladies and gentlemen, in addition to this, almost 7 kilometers of storm drain have been constructed to prevent the incidence of flooding within the influence areas of the interchange. I want to assure the people of this country and the people of this vicinity that steps have been taken. Nobody should fear of flooding, no matter the intensity of the rainfall. Other safety measures, including road furniture like road line markings and signs, crash barriers, pedestrian handrails, fences, height restriction gantries have also been provided as part of the recommendations from the road safety audit conducted before the opening of this interchange. Let me add that it is my hope that these vital pieces of road furniture will not be vandalized and stolen or scrapped as we experience and continue to experience in our country that some criminals and unpatriotic members of our society, all of us, must be on our lookout for such criminals and unpatriotic people so that we can inform the police to deal with such criminals in our society. Ladies and gentlemen, I wish to assure the entire nation on behalf of the President of the Republic, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, that this interchange has been constructed to the required standard and specification as was approved by the Ministry of Roads and Highways. This country has value for money. The contractor is highly commended for undertaking both day and night work in order to meet this tight competition schedules of the country. So do I commend highly our own local resident engineer, and the local consultant, also engineer, as Pamela Bacon and Acom Consultancy Services, respectively, for the vigilance on the project site and the exhibition of very high level of professionalism. This is a clear example of what engineer can do for the nation. Mr. Chairman, I am again happy to announce that despite the project complexities and the intensity of the works, no major fatalities were recorded during the entire construction period. Mr. President, the bridge maintenance session of the Department of Urban Roads has been created to sustain all year-round road supervision of all urban bridges, including this and other interchanges in our country. Ladies and gentlemen, this one-year interchange is a big complex compared to others already constructed and ongoing in our country. It has been informed by the area speaker and the President of the President Development Bank. This interchange is unique. There is any interchange that qualifies for the accolade of divine interchange. It is this one. But this is unprecedented in the first of its kind. study the education campaign on the TV and the social media to be conversant with its usage in order to avoid all needless accidents. Safety has been the core hallmark of this project, and that is all adhere to the directional and all information science. Ladies and gentlemen, I have already directed the Department of Urban Roads not to tolerate the erection of any unauthorized structure and roadwork within this vicinity of the interchange. Rather, we should work and collaborate the city authorities to make sure that we maintain the greening aspect of this interchange and flora. I would also wish family to advise the municipal assembly not to issue any permit to anybody to erect any structure within this vicinity. The day it comes up, that same day, that's the same structure will go down. Lastly, let's embrace this opportunity to thank the contractors, the consultants, the staff of my ministry and these agencies, the African Development Bank, and everyone, including our most treasured chiefs, Nana, for the hard work and support which has culminated in the successful completion of this project. I thank all of you, and may God richly bless all of us. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister. Ms. Juncture, we shall take a brief creative arts display by a young lady who won the Talented Kids in 2019. Her name is Nana Addo.
His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, Asana with you. He became a friend, the first of its kind in the whole West Africa. You pay your name, Parliament. His Excellency, I'm paying. I will be your Kakani or Kakabi. I will be your Putisi. His Excellency, I will in your Jamakoto Pumo Namisi, Ata baby, what's in the actual medicine? There's a man there, no chilly pay some food. You know, also swire winning on your full son. Jericho affairs, what travel in Venice on Jury. At a train of problem, yes, son. It's the Echichoma opera, Nakasa Abahu, or Sunday, Napoleon Piara, Yadaka. In this Sunday, now, with more, we are now assured. Some in French. My name is Shamonatu. The same was young. His Excellency, you are a true representation of the eagle. You soar higher, you never idle. You rumble into the sky's feather as you tame heart forever with the soothing melodies ever from the flute of a nightingale. Constantly changing notes that sends hearts to solace. Your personality is still evolving. Your tenacity cannot be mistaken for revolutionarism. As you do, you train yourself all about the thick clouds that define progress, growth, excellence, and true professionalism. His Excellency, your hands are as soft as the sparkling wool. Giving is in your genes. Lifting up of the destitute is your prime goal. Your smile glows and brings life into the sunken eyes of the forsaken soul. The sparkling skies bear witness to your soft heart, which yearns to see humankind live in absolute love and pursuit for common good for all. You are misunderstood and sometimes denigrated and subjected to scorn, but you conquer them all. For in their conscience, they know that you always stand tall. Your heart is bruised and sends you into quagmire when you see the sufferings of the masses. You always yearn to see a war of equity, a war where the downtrodden will be lifted up by those who have it. Your heart is as soft as the effigy of love. His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, our Samarani, love conquers and surpasses all. His Excellency, today we are all witnessing this great initiative of this program. His Excellency, His Excellency, Kasa, no
Wonderful display. Nakia Sam Enik is the winner of the Talented Kids 2019. And there I can see the Pokuase Manje, now Troka Deswa the Fourth, happily gazing at a splendid performance of this young lad. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to hear from the man whose vision we are beholding today, the President of the Republic of Ghana, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo.
Moderator of the Presbyterian Church of Ghana, the National Chief Imam, Greater Accra Regional Minister, Member of the Council of State, Senior Presidential Advisor, Minister for Roads and Highways, Ministers and Deputy Ministers of State, Chairperson and Members of Parliament's Select Committee on Roads and Transport, Member of Parliament for Togo Constituency, Representative of the President of the African Development Bank, the Chief Director and officials of the Ministry of Roads and Highways, Simbi Manje, the Acting President of the Ghana Traditional Council, Pokuase Manje, Nime, Name, Uloma, members of the Diplomatic Corps, residents of Pokuase, fellow Ghanaians, ladies and gentlemen. On Tuesday, 3rd July 2018, the then Senior Minister, now Senior Presidential Advisor, that distinguished public servant, the Honorable Yao Safamafu, at my bidding, cut the sword for the commencement of construction of the Pokuase interchange to help solve once and for all the nightmare endured for several decades by commuters within and outside this vicinity. 36 months later, and in the midst of a global pandemic, which has brought major disruptions to virtually every facet of our lives in Ghana, as elsewhere, the project is being completed. And I'm happy to join you today for the commissioning of the 4-tier Pokuase interchange. Excuse me. The first of its kind in Ghana, the first of its kind in West Africa, and the second of its kind in Africa. It is important to put on record that the original contract design was for a 3-tier interchange. However, through efficient management by my government, the interchange was modified to a 4-tier structure within the same contract site. Indeed, $289 million United States dollars has been used by the Akufo-Addo government to construct 3 interchanges. That is the Pokuase, and Tamale, as opposed to $260 million United States dollars being used by the Mahama government to construct just the Kwame Nkrumah interchange. These are further examples of the fact that we in the new patriotic party are good protectors of the public ways. This project involved the construction of the 6.5-kilometer Awoshi to Pokuase Road, an interchange at the intersection of ACP Junction, Awoshi to Insawan Road, 2 footbridges, the widening of the Insawan Road by some 2 kilometers, drainage works, the provision of street lights, and the construction of 12 kilometers of town roads. It also involved the rehabilitation of the Bogiman Women's Group Center to train women in pastry, bread, soap, and bead making. The rehabilitation of the Manchien Gary factory for the processing of cassava to gari and starch. The protection of the 3-hectare sacred forest, and the provision of ICT labs for 14 basic schools, which will help train some 10,000 basic school children within the Ghana North, South, Central, and West municipalities. Knowledge, information, and communications technology. The completion of the Pokuase interchange is an integral part of comprehensive measures put in place by government to address the issues of congestion in urban centers and to help improve travel times on major arterial roads. To this end, the following interchanges are being constructed. A. Phase 2 of Betevinanti interchange. Work on the north-south viaduct to link the Ring Road west to the central mosque at Abuso is progressing steadily and is 15% complete. The works are expected to be completed in 2022. B. Tamale interchange. This is the first interchange in the northern part of our country and is 73% complete. It will be completed by the end of this year. C. The PTC roundabout interchange in Takrady, for which work will commence next month in August. This will be the first interchange in the Western region. D. The Nungwa interchange, which is part of the La Beach Road completion project. Roadworks are progressing steadily and the contractor has since commenced the piling works through the interchange. E, the Ajay overpass, whose ongoing works will be completed by the first quarter of 2022. And F, the Tema motorway interchange, for which phase 1 has been completed and is being used by motorists. Construction of the second phase of the interchange will start before the end of this year. Ladies and gentlemen, in addition to the construction of interchanges, government has embarked on a number of projects to improve urban mobility in the country to help reduce travel times in our roads. These include the construction of some 1,200 kilometers of asphalt overroad throughout the country in my first term. Beneficiary cities include Accra, Pokuase, Tema, Cape Coast, Sekedi, Takoradi, and Hohoe. In Accra, some of the areas that have benefited include Wejangbawe, Dansuma, Abosokai, Busu, Adentai, Pokuase, Sakumono, and Mimpiase. As the Steel Works Road, the only concrete road to be constructed by government since the Accra-Tema motorway, has also been completed. Similar works are also being undertaken within the Tema industrial envelope. Dualization of the Nana Addo Road and traffic management works in the East Legon and Chinganol roads aimed at improving travel times within that corridor are 52% complete. The massive roads and drainage extension project, which includes the dualization of the Lake Road and lining of the Seaside River drain in Pokuase, is 75% complete. And the Tessie Link Road, popularly referred to as the Lekma Road, is 90% complete. Rehabilitation work on the Asin-Fosu to Asin-Brasu Highway is currently ongoing, with that of the Agona Junction to Takwa Highway beginning shortly as the contractor is mobilizing to go to site. Construction of the dualization of the Sekedi Adiambra roads in Sekedi Takoradi in the western region will begin next month in August. I'm happy to inform you, fellow Ghanaians, that between 2021 to 2024, the Ministry of Roads and Highways is programmed to undertake the construction of 1,500 kilometers of asphalt overlay. In my inaugural address to Parliament on 2nd January this year, I declared 2021 as the second year of roads. The implementation of this declaration is firmly on course. Ladies and gentlemen, the construction of the Pokuase interchange has resulted in the provision of some 4 hectares of prime urban space underneath the interchange, which has to be put to good use for the benefit of the country. I urge the hard-working Minister for Roads and Highways, the Honorable Kwesiam Makwata, Member of Parliament for Atiwa West, under whose brilliant supervision this interchange is being constructed, to liaise with the Ghana North Municipal Assembly to develop this prime land to befit the status of the interchange. On behalf of the government and people of Ghana, I express sincere appreciation to the African Development Bank, jointly provided funds with government for the execution of this project. The bank, under the outstanding leadership of the great Pan-Africanist, Akiwumi Adesina, continues to be a strong vehicle for the realization of the aspirations of the African peoples. The contractor, Messrs. Zhongwei Engineering Group Limited, the supervisors, Messrs. Associated Consultants Limited, and the Department of Urban Roads, the implementation agency of of the Ministry of Roads and Highways are also to be warmly congratulated for bringing us to this day. A hearty Aiko goes out to all of you from a grateful nation. Let me, in conclusion, insist that the Ministry of Roads and Highways must ensure the proper maintenance of the Pokuase interchange over the design period. I appeal to the users of the facility, especially drivers, to adhere to the various road safety measures put in place for the safe use of the facility. The modernization of Ghana is steadily gathering momentum, and I entreat all Ghanaians to join hands in building the Ghana we want. Accordingly, ladies and gentlemen, I have the great pleasure to declare the Pokuase interchange duly commissioned. May God bless us all in our homeland Ghana and make her great and strong. I thank you for your attention.